Well, welcome to the conversation with the president for ICF Maryland chapter. And I am so honored to have three guests with me today, all from our wonderful, amazing, passionate communications team. And that's Karen Jacobs, who's our chair, Wilma Brockington Parker, and Erica Myers. And you will hear from them very shortly about what they do and why they do it. All three of them are also sort of behind the scenes folks, yet what they do is so pivotal to us connecting with you. So our goal is to connect, learn, and promote the work that we do. And our communications team is pivotal in that effort. So I really appreciate them all being here today. So a couple of things to tell you about as far as coming activities. On October 13th, which is the second Friday of the month, as in every month, we have our business development series. And on the 13th, it is how to attract legitimate online leads that turn into sales. So that is held at UMBC. On the 27th of the month, we have our Frederick Coaches Coffee. And then most importantly, on October 2nd, we are having our annual meeting and a workshop around multiple generations in the workplace. What are the implications for coaches? And this will be a panel discussion that is held at the Walters Art Gallery. So we are hoping this will be not only invigorating from a learning perspective, but also an experience that we can all share together. So you will be hearing more about that in our newsletter and communications. And my name, by the way, if you can see it, and I know our video editor will put it on the screen, is Joy Goldman, and I am the president for this year. So with that, I'd like to introduce the first person. So Karen Jacobs is our chair for our communications team. And I'm so in debt to Karen because Karen, you have led our mighty team for close to 2 years now. And you have taken it so far and what we've been able to do. So we'd love to hear from you around your vision, the work, and anything special that you'd like to share about the team.
Well, thank you, Joy. Yes, I have had the privilege of being part of this amazing chapter and leading the communications team. But, you know, part of leading is really also learning. We have 6 mighty volunteers that, and Wilma and Erica are our 2 newest members. So we're constantly looking to recruit a team that can be the voice of the chapter, to get the message out about all of our events, learning opportunities, networking connections, things that really are a way for our members to come together. And so Barbara, Wanda, and Sharon are not on the call, but they are also behind the scenes. We have evolved as a team to basically now use social media, which has been fantastic, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We are out there, and we have our newsletter. Wanda is our editor. I mean, the passion, the connection, the talent, the skills that people have burned into their brains about, you know, how to do things is just beyond words. I'm just really excited about the vision going forward. We're doing more and more. We're connecting beyond the borders of Maryland. We have reached out to so many other coaching communities and business leaders to be a part of what we have to offer. So yeah, it's really exciting.
It is very exciting. And what I most appreciate, Karen, about what your team does is the heart and spirit that goes into the stories that you relate. And you've done profiles on members, and you do such a wonderful job in communicating the impact coaches are making in the community and in our chapter. So thank you. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
absolutely. So, so our two newest and still powerful members to the team. So Wilma, I'd welcome hearing from you around a little bit about yourself if you care to share, and what brought you to ICF Maryland, and what do you hope to offer to our members?
First of all, Joy, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this call. I've been a member of ICF since 2012. My background is primarily in human resources, and I've done leadership as well as career and transitional coaching. So being able to actually work in the chapter has been great for me. I had a life-changing moment in 2016. And from there, I've been able to attend a little bit more, a few more meetings, as well as do some social interaction. And also, ICS has been a great learning environment for me. So as a coach, I've grown tremendously just being able to be involved. So being involved on a committee, primarily with communications, has been really a joy for me. And it's just such a heartwarming group to be a part of.
That's great. And of course, there was no pun intended in what you just said. It was a joy for me. And and I know I've seen Wanda or Wilma flyers that we've attached to some of our communications that you've created. And what I love about, I think, our chapter is we'll take whatever your passion is and put it to use. And you clearly have a talent with that. And we're so grateful to be able to benefit from it. So, Erica, you know that I smile every time I think about you. And it's so wonderful to be able to benefit from your unique gifts. And I love the story of how we met. So if you could just say a little bit about yourself and what you hope to contribute, and that would be great.
Sure. So, my background is in the youth development space in the nonprofit industry. I spent a lot of time working in Miami, and I currently work with high school seniors in Baltimore. But aside from working in the youth development space, one of the things that I was really interested in, and which led me to become a partner this summer, was really learning more about coaching. It was something that I was really introduced to a few years ago, and I felt like it was something that would really fit with me and what I was thinking with my long-term goals. And I had opportunity to speak to a mentor that I had in Miami, and this person recommended that I looked into ICF. And I looked into ICF, and I knew that I wanted to learn more about coaching, and I happened to come across an opportunity for an open house last summer. I was like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to meet other coaches, learn from them, see ways that I can add value to other people. And as fate had it, when I went to this event, that's how I connected with Joy and Wilma. So what was really funny was that Joy and I were talking, we're having a really engaging conversation. I was telling her about myself, and we realized that we lived in the same area. And I was like, oh, our area is kind of big to be in right outside of Baltimore. And then we started digging deeper, and then we realized that we literally live on the same street, but we had never met before. So it was one of those moments where it was like, wow, who would have thought that just looking up this opportunity for coaching, I would literally run into my neighbor and begin a relationship with her. And then also through that event, I had an opportunity to meet Wilma and learn more about her work and what she does. And she's absolutely amazing at HR and communication. So it's really cool to just hear how she's added so much value to the team. And in addition to that, that's how I became connected with my current life coach. So through the seed that was planted last year, that allowed me to be connected with ICF. And then I wanted to reconnect with ICF as I was getting a little bit more serious about, hey, I want to pursue coaching training in 2018. And I reached back out to Joy. We had a great conversation, which led us to this point and just talking about ways that I could contribute to the chapter. And especially since our chapter currently, there are a few gaps as far as generations, as across the generations, and just being able to connect other millennials to coaching, and build those relationships. I just saw that as a really great opportunity. And as Karen mentioned before about adding the social media piece to it, social media is constantly changing, and being able to add suggestions on ways that the chapter can enhance its presence through multiple platforms is something that I've been excited about, and just really eager to learn and determine ways that I can support the chapter.
Yeah, that's awesome, Erica. And you know, I'm reminded of something I've read called reverse mentoring. And it's where mentoring happens. So normally people think sort of top down, right? That it's a, you know, a high level person mentoring a mid manager. And reverse mentoring is what we as perhaps elders can learn from those who are earlier in their careers. And your aptitude with Instagram and teaching us how to access and use that, and it opened my eyes as we sat on my couch in my family room, and it will help us communicate and reach out to different populations, and that's what we're all about. And the other part that I love about what you said, Erica, is that we do learn from each other, right? And there is all this mentoring going on. So we truly are a community, and we're really benefiting from that. And I so appreciate how you're all contributing. So one question to all of you: if someone out there is captivated by the passion that you're presenting and wants to get involved, what are ways that they might be able to do that? Any suggestions?
So when I think about some of our outreach on our website, volunteering, we also talk about the committees, the other committees, whether it's the community outreach or our programs or membership, and certainly the communications team. It's about just reaching out to someone who's part of our chapter. You can actually send a message to our website, and our virtual assistant, Kat, will reach out to the various chairs to be able to connect. But really, the way that I think that's happened the most is face-to-face. So come to an event. You know, whether it's a networking event or the upcoming one that's in September, or even on September 8th. But we're looking at, I guess, events in October. And there's many different events that are coming up, so that way you can connect with those that are in attendance. There's always board members that are there, and they have an opportunity to say, hey, tell me a little bit more about, you know, what the opportunities are. And you know, that's how Wilma and I met. That's how you and Erica met, and so many others on the team. It's just about taking a moment and saying, hey, maybe I'd like to help. Because frankly, when we hear about the talents like I did with Wilma, then I just kind of reeled her in and said, hey, we really could use your talent on our team. And she agreed. Just like you did, Joy, with Erica and so many others that are on the team. So yeah, just reach out to us at a meeting, come. And if you can't make one, reach out to our newsletter editor. Messages that way. So thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
And just to add, I just want to add to what Karen has said. It's just so important to be able to meet face to face. I know we have great technology, but there's something about being able to connect face to face and basically grow from there. It's great to meet people online or other mediums, but to be face to face in an organization that is very welcoming is a great thing.
And there's nothing like the oxytocin surge you will get from the inevitable hugs that happen as a result of it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. All right. So with that, thank you all for being here and for contributing. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully at an event soon to come. So great. Thank you.